And if you're not following me, follow me now at the Asianae on all social platforms. Go stream my tape. Chosen One out now. We're going crazy. And again, we finna go on tour. BigLatto.com. Don't miss. Don't miss.
The Progress Report.
What's going on? This is your girl Lala Shepherd. We are skipping class right now. I'm right here with no other than Miss Asianae. What's good?
What's up, Lala? How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing amazing, to say the least. I can't complain.
Period. And if you did complain, it wouldn't even matter. That's
You're
how
right.
it goes.
You're right. So you got to keep going regardless. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Now, we did an interview a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. That was maybe 2 years ago.
A year, but.
Okay, right. It feel like 2 though.
I know. It's so crazy. Every time I come here, if I redo an interview, they're like, yeah, it was 2 years ago. I'm like, no, but you know, the pandemic kind of like stretches things out. So yeah, it was probably like a year, maybe 6 months, something like that.
Facts. And we know you done made a hell of a lot of progress.
Yeah.
So we're going to get into it.
Okay.
All right, well, let's take it back, man. What type of student were you in school?
Oh, in school I was a scholar, of course, you know, AB.
Okay.
But I really hated school, to be honest. I just like to learn. So I guess that was the biggest thing in school for me. I hated like having to do the elongated learning processes because, you know, other people can't learn. I just wanted to go to school, learn. I could have been in school for 4 hours and then learn and been on top of the curriculum. But, you know, you're in school with students and, you know, you got to deal with all the extra stuff. But, you know, I was a good student. I was AB honor roll.
Respect. Did you graduate?
Yes, I graduated.
Period.
Whoop, whoop, Riverdale High
Period.
School, Clayton County, stand up.
Period. Talk about what side of town did you grow up on?
I'm from the South Side. It is not Atlanta, it's Clayton County. It is its own entity. That's where I'm from.
Talk about that Atlanta conversation. How did you feel about it? You know, Omeretta released the Sorry Not Sorry, talking about Atlanta, different sides.
I think that was up with her. You know, she spoke from her own opinion, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and she's actually correct. Most of the stuff that people call Atlanta is not Atlanta, but you know, if you go outside of Atlanta, you go to New York, you go to Florida, somebody asks you where you're from, you're not gonna be like, oh, I'm from Latto, because ain't nobody gonna know where you're from, so automatically you're gonna say Atlanta. But for what she tried to make, I think she tried to make light of, I think she got her point across. So shout out to her.
I agree. And I said the same thing too. I'm like, shit, if you're not from Atlanta, I mean, but if you're from a different city, you're not gonna get it. If you say you're from Lithonia, from College Park, say you're from Atlanta. Right. You know, so I get it. Right. Now, growing up on the South Side, how was that for you? And did you travel to the city much, or was you mainly on the South Side?
So I'm gonna give you the timeline so that everyone knows. So I was born originally in Maryland. I moved to Atlanta, which is, I'm saying Atlanta, the West Side, and I stayed there as a baby until I was like 8. And then, which is, I feel like is my essence, but being that I was 8 till 18, and on the South Side, I really just rep the South Side because that's what I grew up, that's really what I learned, that's really when I met, you know, my folks, and so, yeah. But I'm from all three, though. I got a part of me in all three.
No, respect. When did you get into music, and when did you start to really take it serious?
So I've been doing music for about 3 years now. At first, I was just doing it as a hobby. I was going through some things, and my gateway for stuff was always to write. And my brother was sending me beats, and I'm just like, let me try it. I'm optimistic, you know. And so I just started recording it on the voice memo, you know. And after that, I started hearing my stuff. I'm like, damn, this shit sound good, and it feel good. So not only is it therapeutic, it sound good. So then I started going to the studio, laying down the records. And then I started hearing, like my mom hear, my sisters, my friends, they're like, damn, this sound good. So from then, it's like I'm walking into my purpose. And if you ever walk into your purpose, it's kind of like divine faith. Like once you get into it, it's like, even if you try to run away from it, even if you got, you know, problems and, you know, drama and stuff around it, or, you know, you got to do a lot to be able to get to this dream. It's like you got to keep going because, you know, this your calling, this your purpose. And I feel like that's what happened to me.
Period. I agree. When did you and how did you land your record deal?
Oh, yeah, I'm signed to the one and only BOMG, Break 'em Off Records. For those who don't know, Bone Crusher was on the label. Okay. And that's just one, to say the least. But he also mentored me as well once I was signed. I got signed 2020 of April. It was crazy because I met the label in January, right? The world shut down in February, right?
I remember that.
when they asked me to start coming to the studio, I'm not thinking they gonna sign me, but I'm wanting to be with them because I never had a team, and just a few months of us recording, I was like, damn, this feel good. This feel like where I'm supposed to be at. So April 2020, they presented me with the deal, and of course, I said, hell yeah.
Period.
Signed right then and there, did all the paperwork, the legal stuff, and then May they hosted a big ass party for me, and they rented this mansion out. They had big portraits of me, icicles, and it was real family oriented. And like with my BOMG family and my real family, we came together, went to Magic, threw hella bread, and yeah, the rest is history.
Yes, salute to your record label and salute to you because first of all, if you're in Atlanta, you see the grind, you see the strategy, and the music also is dope as well. And we're going to get into the chosen one, of course, but we see it. So salute to y'all, and I respect what y'all got going on. Talk about being mentored from Bone Crusher. I didn't know that.
Yes, so actually, once I got signed, they just threw me in the water. Like, they let the mermaid just swim. They said, sink or swim. So literally, after studio, it was like, okay, now you finna get in the gym. This is before the world even really opened. It's like, now you finna get in the gym. Now you finna start performing. Now you finna start learning how it is to be a real artist. So I would go to the gym in the morning. Then I would drive to the South Side, go be with Bone for 2 and 3 hours, and his wife's story. And he would just kind of like, give me game on the industry. He would like help me with my stage presence, and he made me see my brand bigger than what it was and which it is. The Mermaid Gang brand. Like he's used to, every time I come, he used to be like, so what is your store made of? What is your components? And at first I was like, I don't know. Like, but he made me wisen up in that area of business and like, really see this music for what it was. So shout out to Bone, shout out to Story, and shout out to my label, of course.
Period. That's huge. What was you doing when that one Bone Crusher song came out? What was
I ain't never scared.
Yeah. What was you doing? What was young Asianae doing at that time?
Well, to be honest, I was a kid.
Yeah. Young Asianae.
So, I was young dang, just doing my thing. But I don't really remember, but I do remember like pet rallies and functions and I forgot what they used to call the little periods in elementary school when you go party for like 30 minutes. But y'all know what I'm talking about. When
I'm just kidding.
Like at the end of the semester, they got this little thing. What it was called?
I was gonna say shit. I can't remember it either.
Damn, I hate when my brain does this.
I can't. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
though.
but we get it. And if you're watching this and you went to a great school, hopefully you did. They let you out of class for 30 minutes. Y'all go turn up. A little function. And to turn you up, they used to see. I was from Clayton County, so like once they play that or Knuckle You Buck, they turn it right off. Yeah, because they start turning up too much. They're like, no. But, that was really the anthem. And even still now, you can't turn on a football game and not hear it.
Facts.
So, know a legend when you see one.
Period. It's shit. If y'all was going crazy in Atlanta, I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. We was going crazy. I know y'all was going crazy. That's y'all city. Hell yeah.
He said, see, it was worldwide.
Worldwide. Atlanta or nothing. Shit, Atlanta been going crazy. All right. Now, I do want to talk about this debut project.
Okay.
I was fucking with the project. I heard it at the listening event, but I'm a person where I like to listen to it at my own time. You know what I mean? So I was riding to it. I listened to it at the gym. I listened to it at the crib.
You listen?
No, I listen. Y'all put together a solid body of work. And what I appreciated the most was that you kept it true to who you were as an artist. You wasn't trying to conform to what was going on or with anything. You know what I'm saying? It was a solid body of work, and you can hear that artist's development, just everything. So talk about putting together that project and coming up with the title.
So I feel like, for one, the title Chosen One, many are called, but few are chosen. And I feel like within my life, like I even had a life-death situation. When I was 18, I was in college or whatever, and I got in a really bad car accident. Not on fault of me, but I had to, I was unconscious. I remember my friend waking me up like, Nay, we gotta get out the car on fire, or whatever. And for a long time, I struggled with insecurities. I couldn't walk for 3 months, and my face was open.
Wow.
I have a picture on my page or whatever the case may be. But yeah, moving forward, I just feel like I'm chosen. All my life, I done went through stuff, and I still came up on top because God, this is God's speed. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to name it that, because a lot of people are chosen. Just know you got to walk into it. You know what I'm saying? So chosen one, the only one.
Period. Love it, love it.
But creating the tape, we had so many songs to choose for.
I bet.
We, like, literally every session I probably record maybe like 7 to 8 songs. So when I first got signed, I really was just really finding my sound, because before, when I was just like, doing my career by myself, I was in the club dancing. So it was like I couldn't focus strictly on the music. So once the world shut down, I was able to get with my label. I was able to strictly focus on Asianae the artist. Who do you want to show the world? Like, what do you want to say? And throughout that time, we created these songs that's on the tape. And you have a dose of everything: a dose of club, a dose of motivation, a dose of get up and get this shit going, a dose of love, and just some fun music to vibe to. So go check that out. Chosen One now. Out now on all digital streaming platforms, period. Yeah.
That's what's up. Talk about those features too, man. You got some major features on there. You got, of course, Erica Banks, Kash Doll, T.I., Ace. You got a whole bunch of features on there. Which features were in person?
So the Ace feature was in person. The Key feature was in person.
Yeah, shout out to Key.
And that's it. And West Side Shop. But this tape, most of the songs were kind of already created, and it was like mid-pandemic. So like, most of the verses were sent in.
Respect.
But shout out to everybody that got on the tape, especially T.I., because the King, it was like a surreal moment, because earlier in the year last year, I had made the Be Easy name mix. I don't know if you remember that or not.
Yeah.
And I sent it to him, and I'm like, oh, gee, check it out, or whatever the case may be. He like, yeah, dope. And then it was nothing else. It was just like, he followed me, I follow him. And then he hit me right before I had to turn my tape in. He like, we still owe the world something. I'm like, hell yeah, I got something right now for you. And then I knew, like, I just knew no drama. I called the label. They say, yeah, send it. I send it. He called me, like, his friends in the background going crazy. I'm like, hell yeah. But it was just so great to have him, like, give me that approval and give me that, like, you doing your thing, that, that step. And he still, after the tape dropped, communicating, like, keep going. We doing your thing, so I appreciate that.
That's hard.
Shout out to Tip.
Hey, if you a fan of music, like I'm a fan of music, I know you done seen all of his shit on Rap City, The Basement, all his videos when we was, coming up as, teens and stuff. So I'm sure that's amazing for you to have somebody that you grew up looking at on your shit.
Yeah, that's a great cosign.
Absolutely.
Great cosign.
Talk about the Mermaid Gang.
The Mermaid Gang. You see, we had to put it on a chain because, so people know I'm the leader of the Mermaid Gang. But yeah, mermaids are, do you believe mermaids are real? I'll just ask you that.
First of all, they say how much of the ocean is discovered. Hell yeah, mermaids is real. You know how much we don't know about the ocean? Hell yeah.
Okay, so yes. So it stems from a European folklore saying that it's fictional, that they aren't real, but that they're non-fictional, that they are real, they're talented, magical, and they hard to see, you know what I'm saying, hard to find. And I just feel like that's how women should be, period. And then being that they're in the water and you just keep swimming, I feel like that's a symbolization of life. You gotta keep swimming. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just keep going. And it's water.
Period.
So, swim freely.
I love that. I wanted to ask you too, man, I had somebody on your team here before. Shout out to OT.
Yeah.
And he said that he feels like female rappers get more hate.
Yeah.
And I feel like, yeah, females as a whole, we get a lot of hate.
Yeah.
And as a female artist, somebody that's in front of the camera, I'm not necessarily always in front of the camera, so I know it's a lot more like pressure, eyes and stuff on you than it is to me being in my position. Right. Talk about that. Do you feel like that's true, that females get more hate?
Yeah, I do, and it's honestly sad because, if women could work together, it would be, like, we would win so much more.
Crazy.
Because, no disrespect to men, but we are powerful creatures, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're just powerful, and we could dominate more together, but women would rather hate and be jealous of their own insecurities rather than love on their sister, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I promote, and that's why on the Hatin' Hoe song, I put Taylor Made and Judy is Crazy. It's on the screen right now.
Oh, we lit.
I put them on the tape. I did this contest, the jump contest, let a lot of people submit or whatever, and I picked whoever was the hardest too, to show, like, I want to pick any woman up, you know what I'm saying? If you're on the same level, a little bit trying to trickle up or above me, I want us all to win together. Like, if you win, I win, you know what I'm saying? So.
Period.
Kill the hate 2022, please.
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 How do you deal with like negative comments and criticism?
Ooh, child, I just block them.
Respect.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't respectfully. You will get blocked. You're in my DMs talking crazy, blocked. Only way you ain't getting blocked is probably on YouTube because I don't handle my YouTube all the way. But other than that, yeah, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, anything, you getting blocked because I don't want to see that. I promote positivity. I want positive vibes only around me and my aura. Period. So,
period.
That's that.
What's one thing about you that the average person wouldn't know, even a fan?
I'm kind of like a nerd. I be on YouTube all day Googling stuff. I mean, like researching stuff. And it'd be crazy because things just pop up in my head because that's a normal thing for me. Like I be thinking, well, what is this? Mm-hmm. What is that? Like I never knew this, like maybe like 2 days ago, I never knew the real thing about how Nike came or like who started Nike. Okay. And I was just sitting in the bathroom one day using it. And I'm just like, let me just Google this because I want to know. Right. And so then I watched this video on YouTube. It's kind of like a little book they got on Amazon. They play like 8 minutes of it. It was pretty cool, but I like to know stuff that people don't know, so.
Got you.
Yeah.
I respect, man.
I like to learn.
To Google and YouTube, boy.
Yeah, I like to learn.
Absolutely. That's dope. That's dope. Can we talk about this upcoming tour that you got with Latto, Saucy Santana, and Cali? And by the way, I love Saucy Santana. I think he is so dope.
Yes.
But I love this lineup, though, because I think you guys are all not just musically aligned, but personality aligned. Yeah. Like, y'all all got that different sauce factor that I feel like y'all fans and new fans will appreciate.
Yes. So I am going on tour with Big Latto. I am so super excited. Huge. Like, it's so crazy, though, because we was in New York doing a press run in December, and they were like, what are your goals for 2022? And I just kept saying tour. I just kept saying it. But I'm not thinking, okay, in January, they're telling me we going on tour. Next thing you know, we come home January, they're like, we might be going on tour with Latto.
Crazy.
Yeah, we knew since January, and then they were like, just I'm like, Lord, please let it go through. And then when it fell through, I was just like, yes, because it's like, this is my opportunity to get this mermaid experience what the world is missing. And I just feel like that's my puzzle piece that's missing for me to continue to grow. So I'm excited. We're doing 12 dates so far. The first date is LA, March 26th. Go get your tickets, biglatto.com, and go see the mermaid. Yeah, okay.
Period. So how did that tour even come together?
So the label, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, the
label
love
them. They love me. They, you know, when you work hard and you working with the right people, like I just pray that everyone get this opportunity to work because it's hard. Like it's hard to find a team. Like my team is the best team out there, and I'm not saying because of me. Period. I'm just saying like just period. The hearts of the 3 men that I work with, you know what I'm saying, and they want the best for me, and they make sure I get the best. So shout out to the team, shout out to Latto team, shout out to Cali, shout out to Saucy Santana. We really finna go crazy, so it's up.
Is it true that the Atlanta date is already sold out? Like I'm really sorry about that. Like,
I mean, yeah, it is.
I mean, come on, man.
Atlanta and Charlotte is sold out. Update.
Damn. So niggas gotta travel.
Yeah.
All right.
I know I hate it. As soon as I announced it, the next day was like, sold out. I'm like, dang.
That's hard, though. That's great for y'all, but as a fan, it's like, fuck.
I mean, hopefully, you know, we speak to the above people and they open it to more people or they add another date. Because, you know, Latto
should add a second date.
Latto from here, too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So Summer just did 2 dates and they ain't know to the day after. So,
True.
Maybe Monster. And I ain't say shout out to Monster. Shout out to Monster Outbreak, too. Because they support hella, too. So shout out to Monster Outbreak, too.
Respect. Well, I hope y'all get a second date because I'm trying to go, so I'll get my ticket as soon as I can. Right now, I couldn't.
I know.
But I'm in there, though. I'm in there. Y'all gonna get that second date.
Period.
Maybe a third date. Y'all gonna
Maybe a third.
Y'all gonna get it. What can we expect production-wise from your set?
As far as visuals or as far as anything. So what I can say is, you know, we're going to drop some new music when I get from tour. I'm not going to say how we're going to drop it, but we are going to drop some new music. I am in the studio diligently working on what we are going to drop. And yeah, more visuals. We about to drop a new visual soon. I can't say what, but one of the songs on the tape is dropping early March. The visual is shot super dope, super fun. Timothy Lynn shot it. So yeah, look out for that. And that's it. You know, we just working out here.
Absolutely. So how are you feeling right now, just spiritually and emotionally? Like, the energy is great, but like, how are you feeling?
Spiritually, I'm connected more than ever. It's crazy because when you start moving up, people start moving away. But see, me, I started moving closer to God, and it's kind of like, you know, He just guided me. And the people that's around me, I know they're supposed to be around me. So, you know, it's a great feeling. Great energy coming from everywhere. So,
damn right.
Yeah.
How have you progressed lately as a person?
I'm just spending time with myself every time I can, and I think that's what everybody should do, especially when you working these amount of hours in your craft every day. You got to make sure you spend time with yourself, so you don't lose yourself. So I make sure I spend time with Asia. Make sure, like I said, I read. Make sure I pray. Like I got a little regimen in the morning. I wake up, I pray, I might listen to gospel, I meditate, and then I go work out, eat breakfast. You know what I'm saying? So I make sure I still spend time with me, so I never lose me.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Well, I love to hear it. You know, we appreciate you, me and the girls. We definitely appreciate you. You always fuck with us. Your team always fuck with us. So we locked in. Much continued success.
Thank you.
I'm super excited for this tour. I can't wait to see it because I know it's the second and the third date coming. So as soon as y'all drop, let me know. But it's lit, and I'm super excited for you. So thank you for taking the time out to speak with me.
Thank you.
The Progress Report.